Why are you against Shias? What have we done to you? Osman burned the Qur'an and then his brother rewrote it. There are parts that Osman burnt that are left out. I'm not making.
Has been corrupted.
Imam Mahdi alayhi salam has to bring back the Qur'an.
Well, how do you know which one is corrupted, which one is not?
It's not fully corrupt.
But there is corruption.
Unfortunately, yes, because of Osman. Why are you against Shias? What have we done to you?
That's a good question. Firstly, it's not what you've done to me, okay? Like I'm against Christians. The Christians have done nothing to me. I mean, they did something indirectly to me. Because if they're doing a shirk, so I believe Shia, they do shirk, and they're not following the true teaching of Islam. That's why.
How do we do shirk? What do we do?
Shia, for example, if you read Usul Kafi, he mentioned that, of course, I don't believe Ja'far al-Sadiq said it. He said that Ja'far al-Sadiq said, when Allah said in the Qur'an, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى, to Allah belong the most beautiful names, that Ja'far al-Sadiq said, Allah's names are the A'imma. That's clear shirk. How you see Allah's names?
We don't worship Ahl-Bayt. We don't put idols in front of us. We pray directly to Allah. Like, how is that shirk? You have to define.
Sister, I think maybe you don't do it. That's why I always differentiate between Shia layman or a Shia by names or name and a true follower of Shia sources. If you are a true follower of Shia sources, then there's a lot of shirk in your books. Either you have to free yourself from your books, or you have to say, yes, I'm Shia, and you have to follow the books which Shiism came to you through those books. For example, if I ask you, out of respect, what do you think about someone says, Al-Madad ya Ali?
One who asks Imam Ali alayhi salam for help?
Yeah.
I don't think that's shirk, because we still believe like Allah is in charge and Allah gave like power to these prophets and power to these imams. Okay. I think shirk is like believing that they are manifestations of Allah and worshipping them. That would be shirk to me.
No. I like the way you're showing respect, and thank you for showing respect. What we say to you is not about what is shirk to you or to me. We have to understand what is a shirk according to the Qur'an. Now when we read the Qur'an, sister, and you can see clearly that the Qur'an tells us that the reason Allah called the kuffar of Quraysh mushrikun, because they set up intermediaries between them and Allah. Firstly, in a hardship, Allah said to call upon him. So, istighatha, in a hardship which only Allah is able to help you with, is ibadah. Because Allah mentioned in the Qur'an to Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, وَإِذْ تَسْتَغِيثُونَ رَبَّكُمْ فَاسْتَجَابَ لَكُمْ. You seek aid from Allah. In the Qur'an, likewise.
What about Salafis who are Mujassim and say that?
Step by step, okay? To understand each other. Firstly, Allah in the Qur'an told us no one can remove a hardship from you except Allah alone. أَمَّن يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ. So I'm telling you what Allah said. Also, Allah told us, call upon other than Allah in a time of hardship, which only Allah is able to help you with, is a shirk. So you call upon Ali. Firstly, Ali, when he was alive, radiallahu ardah, he couldn't even save himself. How is he going to help you?
That's because he's not God. Like, we're not saying he's God. You know what I mean?
So why are you asking him for help in a time of hardship, which only Allah, you should be asking for help?
We believe like in intercession. Like, we believe whoever's purer or more closer to Allah can intercede. And there's even like verses in Quran.
Can I ask you a question? Why Allah called Quraysh mushrikun? Why Allah called them mushrikun?
It's because they worshipped idols, like statues. They had actual statues.
No, all of them idols. If you read the Quran, some of them worshipped angels. They not just worshipped them. No, they said in the Quran, Allah mentioned, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ مَا نَعْبُدُهُمْ إِلَّا لِيُقَرِّبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ زُلْفَى. Allah told us the reason that they set up intermediaries between them and Allah to bring them closer to Allah. And those intermediaries, some of them, they were prophets, righteous people, and angels. Yet Allah called all of that a shirk. Allah did not differentiate between someone going through angel, someone going through a prophet. Allah called all of that a shirk. Because Allah in the Quran said, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ أُدْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Allah said, call upon me directly. That's why, sister, there is no verse in the Qur'an. There is no verse in the Qur'an where Allah said to us, go through Ali or Abu Bakr or Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the Qur'an, always Allah tells us to call upon him directly. And that is a commandment. Therefore, we should follow his commandments. Do you accept that?
What if somebody worships Allah alone and does not call on Ali alayhi salam for intercession? What if somebody just chooses to follow Ahl-Bayt and believes that Ali alayhi salam is the right khilafah and denounces the other caliphates?
Okay, before we move on to the next topic, I ask you out of respect, do you accept that if Allah commands us with something, we should follow his commandments?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Thank you. So Allah clearly, in the Qur'an, many verses, from the whole Qur'an, Allah always tells us to call upon him, seek aid from him, to seek help from him. All of that, clear in the Qur'an. Allah told Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, if he's going through hardship, he should call upon Allah alone. So look, sister, what we have here. Christians, they go through Jesus to go through Allah, to Allah. Shia through Ali to Allah. Jesus and Ali, both of them, they call upon Allah directly. Sunnis, they call upon Allah directly. So logic dictates the people that are really following Jesus and Ali are the Sunnis. Now, is that clear so far?
What if I agree with you on that aspect, but I just don't agree with Omar and I don't agree with the Sahaba?
Okay, that's a good question. That's a good question. And now in the Quran again, if you notice, sister, I'm not quoting any hadith for you because you're gonna say to me, I don't accept your hadith or I accept this or that. In the Quran, Allah told us in many verses, follow the Muhajirun and the Ansar. In many verses, all right? So Muhajir Ansar, they were happy for Abu Bakr to be the Khalifa. And Allah told us to follow them. In your book, which called Nahj al-Balagha, Ali said, he said to Muawiyah, he said, if the Muhajir Ansar decide to appoint someone to be Khalifa, there should be no other choices after that. We should accept that. So according to Nahj al-Balagha, Ali ibn Abi Talib said, if the Muhajir Ansar accepts someone as a Khalifa, then he goes on to say to Muawiyah, the people that accepted and accepted Abu Bakr and Umar to be Khalifa, they accepted me. And this statement, it goes in line with the Qur'an statement, which Allah told us to follow Muhajirun and the Ansar. Is that clear so far?
No, because I read in Sunni books that Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he appointed Imam Ali alayhi salam as Harun was to Moses alayhi salam. He appointed Ali as his successor and not the other.
This hadith, it can be used against Shia. It's not for Shiism to support your claim that is a Khalifa. Why? This story happened. Firstly, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ appointed Ibn Maktoum to be Khalifa after him, to take care of people of Medina when he was traveling. So that doesn't mean Ibn Maktoum is a Khalifa. As for Tabuk, did you know that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told all the believers in Medina, you should come out with me, because the battle of Tabuk was one of the greatest battle that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ faced. It was against the Roman Empire. And that time Roman Empire is like Russia, our time, or America. So Prophet ﷺ, he took everyone with him. He left only Ali ibn Abi Talib. He left him to take care of women and children. There was no other Sahaba to take care of. So he had no leadership over Sahaba. He had the leadership over women and children. Even Prophet Ali ibn Abi Talib cried. He said, "O Messenger of Allah, why are you leaving me with women and children?" So Prophet ﷺ said to him, would you not be happy to be like Harun and Musa? What does that mean? We know that Harun, he never became Khalifa after Musa, because Harun died before Musa. So it cannot mean Khalifa. It means when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ or Musa went with his companions in the mountain of Sinai, and he left Harun in charge. But Harun at that time, he was not in charge of all.
Yeah, but Imam Ali alayhi salam was closer to the Prophet. He was the closest one. He was the closest one to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The other three were not as close to the Prophet as he was. That's why. One more thing is, and I don't mean any disrespect.
Sorry,
I don't mean
sister.
I don't mean any disrespect by this. Please don't get mad.
No,
I
but
believe that
before you-
Imam
yeah,
Ali,
before. Sorry.
I believe that Ali alayhi salam was, I believe that Ali alayhi salam was a better human than the other three. Like, I believe he was more of a righteous human than the other three.
So would Allah praise evil people?
Allah would not praise evil people, but I believe that Ali alayhi salam was the righteous
No,
one.
but before that, would Allah praise the evil people?
No, but
No.
I don't
There's
mean
no
it.
but, sister. If you
I'm
say
not
no,
trying to be
you can say
right.
but.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but
Okay, so why Ali praised him?
I don't like Omar. I don't like Omar.
You know
I'm
why you
just
don't
being
like
honest.
Omar? Do you know why you don't like Omar?
I do. I do know why.
Yeah, okay. Tell me, based upon the Qur'an, why you don't like Omar?
Okay. I have to tell you why. He put women in cages. They G-sided my people.
He
When
women in cages? Wait. Where women in cages?
Omar burned Iranian people alive. He came
You
to
see,
Iran.
that's not true. That's not true. It's a lie.
Yes, they G-sided my people.
No. So you have a problem with Omar because he fought against the Persian. I knew that.
Yeah,
That's
and
why, I like your honesty. I do respect your honesty.
I am honest.
Yeah, because that's why you don't hate Omar because of Ali. You hate Omar because Omar defeated the Persian Empire.
Not only that, but Fatima.
Yeah, that's why you hate Omar.
No. Fatima Zahra alayhi salam was also unalived, and Muhsin was also unalived by him, and also.
No, it's a lie. This is a lie. It's not true. It's a lie. This is not true. Even Shia scholars will tell you this is a lie. Okay, this story that Umar al-Khattab killed. But let me ask you this question. Why Ali ibn Abi Talib praised Abu Bakr and Umar?
I don't know. He gave bay'ah to them, but this is before they unalived him. This is before Muawiyah and Yazid and these people were coming against Ahl-Bayt.
So hang on.
Whatever happened, it was not in the present. Like, it was in the past during the Prophet's time when he was alive.
No,
if Ali was praising them, it was because the Prophet was alive. But
no, he praised them after. He praised them after they died.
I don't know why he would.
Okay, so either he was lying or he's speaking the truth. If he speaks the truth, you have to follow Ali and love and praise Abu Bakr and Umar. Otherwise, you are opposing the teaching of Ali. But that's my point. Shia, a lot of them don't like Umar because Umar spread Islam to Iran. As for Umar burnt your people, that is a pure lie because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ clearly in our book said, no one is allowed to burn people with a fire except Allah. Rather, in our books, in our new books, Ali banned people.
They put women in cages. They burned.
What do you think about Ali banning people alive?
I don't believe he burned people alive.
He did, because the people that said Ali is Allah during his lifetime, he banned them.
Who did he burn? I didn't hear.
There were people during his lifetime, they start saying Ali is Allah. So he burned them alive.
It's in Sunni books. I haven't seen this in my books.
If I bring it to your books, would you believe it?
It depends on who it is.
It depends on who it is. Anyway, look what I said to you. This is my advice to Shia all the time. Why Shias believe goes against Qur'an?
Shias believe what?
Goes against the Qur'an.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Because
does in the Qur'an say Ya Ali or Ya Allah?
Saying Ali awli Allah means like Ali is close to Allah.
No. That's step by step. Does Qur'an teach us to call upon Allah in hardship or Ali?
Allah put Ali alayhi salam in hardship.
No, I'm not asking you this. Does Allah teach us in the Qur'an, if we go through hardship, to call upon Allah or Ali?
Call upon Allah.
Okay.
But we get inspiration from the struggles of Imam Ali alayhi salam. We get our taqwa, we get our inspiration, we get our mental inspiration. No, it's not calling upon him in worship. It's calling upon him manifesting the knowledge. When people say that, Ya Ali Madad, it's give me the sense or the intelligence or the knowledge or the encouragement of what you've been through, because it's hard to
give you knowledge.
You read about his life and read about what he's done.
Step by step. Is Ali able to give you knowledge? Ali cannot give you knowledge. How is he going to give you knowledge?
You read the peak of eloquence. You read the peak of eloquence. You read what he said.
So they go against the Qur'an, because in the Qur'an Allah said, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. Say, oh Allah, give me knowledge.
Osman burned the Quran and his brother rewrote it.
What Uthman burned the Quran to do with this topic?
Osman burned the Quran and then his brother rewrote it.
I have respect, you've been good so far. But how you jumped from Ali give you knowledge, and in the Quran Allah said He gives knowledge, now then you went to Uthman burned the Quran. Anyway, which one is more important to follow? Ahl-Bayt or Muhaj Ansar?
The Quran is within Ahl-Bayt alayhi salam.
Now my question, which one is more important to follow? Ahl-Bayt or Muhaj Ansar?
I don't know what Muhajir Ansar means.
Sahaba.
No, Ahl-Bayt.
So how come in the Quran Allah told us clearly to follow Sahaba? Show me one verse where Allah said for Ahl-Bayt. Clearly.
Ahl-Bayt are Sahaba. The Ahl-Bayt are the Sahaba. It's referring to
name 5 Ansar from Ahl-Bayt. 5 Ansar.
I can name 12.
Yeah, name 12 from Ahl-Bayt. There's no Ahl-Bayt from the Ansar. Name 12 Ansar and they are from Ahl-Bayt from the Ansar.
I don't know the 12 Imams in order. It's the 12
Imams and Ansar. 12 Imams firstly, they're not even Muhajirun. Except Ali, even Hassan and Hussein were born in Medina.
Why don't you follow them?
I do follow them, but don't digress. The point here is, you said you follow Muhajir Ansar and the Ansar are Ahl-Bayt. You don't know the Ansar, they're not Ahl-Bayt at all. Ahl-Bayt mainly from Bani Hashim. Okay? How? Ansar from Bani Hashim.
Why don't you guys follow them? That's what I don't understand.
Them from look, let me ask you this intellectual question. Listen to this, yeah? Imagine you hate someone so much. Would you write a book about his virtues?
That's why we never wrote a book about Omar.
I'm asking you, do you believe we hate Ahl-Bayt?
I believe that you guys don't follow them because you're heavily misinformed.
No, we do follow them because we have books in our aqidah to follow Ali ibn Abi Talib and Al-Hassan wal Hussein. So we do follow Ahl-Bayt. However, we follow Ahl-Bayt, which the Quran speaks about, which is Ummuna Aisha is one of them. So sister, don't mix.
I don't insult Aisha. I don't do that. Ali alayhi salam forgave her, and I don't do that.
No, step by step. Point here is Ahl Sunnah, Sunnis, Quran is with us. We call upon Allah alone. Sunnis, they're from Muhaj Ansar, because Allah told us clearly to follow Muhaj Ansar. That's why this question I've asked you, I've been asking it for the last 15 years. No one can answer it. You will never be able to show me the belief of Shiism in the Quran clearly. Never. Because
there are parts, if you don't mind me saying, there are parts that Osman burnt that are left out. I'm not making.
Has been corrupted.
I don't want to say corrupted, but Osman
it's been changed.
Did that.
It's been changed.
Well, you got to understand, like Osman burned it. He did. He burned libraries. He burned things down.
So Quran has been changed.
Imam Mahdi alayhi salam has to bring back the Quran. Imam Mahdi.
Do you follow Quran now? Do you follow Quran now?
Yes, I still follow the Quran now, yes.
So how do you know which one is corrupted, which one is not?
It's not fully corrupt.
But there is corruption.
Unfortunately, yes, because of Osman.
Okay, so when Allah said He will preserve the Quran, was He lying? Wal-iyadu billah?
He preserved it through Imam Ali alayhi salam and Ahl-Bayt alayhi salam. That's why.
Let me advise you. Let me give you advice. By the way, you're not a Muslim. You need to become Muslim again. To believe the Quran has been changed or corrupted, this is a clear kufr. So you're not a Muslim. You need to become Muslim again. And this is the outcome of Shiism. Shiism is mixed with paganism, with disbelief. Shiism was created to attack Islam from within. When the Persians couldn't take the defeat by Umar, they started claiming the love Ahl-Bayt, and the objective goal was to destroy Islam within. May Allah guide you to Islam. Allahumma ameen.